I'm thinking maybe. Thank you. Thanks. Hello, everybody. This is Marilyn, and it is time for the noon edition of Welcome to My World. This is the 29th of July, and this is our last trading day for this month. So, we've had lots of things to trade today. All the indices have moved. They've really given some nice trades today. Gold as well, crude oil as well. I don't know if anybody in here is trading the dollar future, which is the symbol's DX, but that had a big move today, as well as the currencies across. I kind of monitor the Canadian dollar, the Aussie dollar, the euro, and the Japanese yen has moved considerably. Bonds have been, everything is moving. A lot of this movement's caused by it being the last trading day of the month, and there's a lot of big money that is being repositioned for the end of the month and vacation time next month. So the markets are likely to be pretty difficult for us in August, but come September, it'll be a whole other story. We've got the VIX right now is trading about 1229, 1230, and it doesn't seem to be inclined to move off of that. I was kind of thinking it might drop a little bit more when these indices took off a couple hours ago. So we will see. Crude oil put in right now. It's hovering. This 40.90 level is the bottom of it. Well, actually, it's where the 200-day moving average for about 6 months has been sitting. So it penetrated that and went down just a little below it, but it looks like it might be trying to hold above that for the close. That's going to be interesting in the month of August for sure. One thing I wanted to show you on the crude oil chart is when this level right here, the low of the day, and there's a magnet here from I don't know if that's from yesterday or today. I'm trying to make a color coordination so I know what days I'm putting these magnets on here. And I'll talk about those in just a second. But one thing I wanted to point out to you before I forgot is this morning, and this is from the overnight, this is the overnight session when you see the ICE change like this and make this kind of silly box right here. But it put in a low, touched this magnet. This is the low of the day right here, of today anyway. And then it tried to get almost down there once, and then the third time it tried, it actually hit this magnet at 40.58 or 59, whatever that is right there, and then came right back up off of it. So when it pushes off, and this is basically the third try that it's gone down here and checked this out and said, I don't think so. That's the bus driver saying he doesn't really have any big time business that's going to make him drive his bus on south of here, at least at these times. But the third time it hits there and bounces off of there, that is usually a very, very good trade. An aggressive entry is right here at the top of this buy zone, which is basically the top of what would be an A bar. These did not complete with an X, but you had plenty of opportunity to get in, and if you were waiting for a stronger signal, there's a trend catcher right here, then the MVP right here, and then it broke through the low of yesterday and another magnet 41 and went right on up. So these are kind of things to be aware of. And look at the coordination with this volume stair-stepping. 1, 2, 3, it just keeps stair-stepping up. And the deviation mountain went right on up above the cloud line and kept, once it clears this cloud line right here, which I think is the deviation level. I never have it. I just go by it's the dotted line here, and to me it's making a mountain, and this is where the clouds are, and once it clears that, then be aware that it could very well run out of steam. So that's a time to definitely tighten up your stops. Anyway, there are several of us who are testing and trying to get this order flow or order print or whatever, this magic. This is so cool. It is just unbelievable. The reason it has not been released yet is because there's still some bugs in it. It's still not, it does not meet Daryl's specification for the absolute accuracy and the rules. We must have rules. So there are quite a few of us that are trying to test this thing and see if we can establish rules by what we observe. And I just looked at this, and I don't know if anybody put this in, but there's a magnet on NQ at 47.31 and a quarter. And I just, since I'm looking at that, I just happened to notice that. We will get this out to everybody as soon as it can possibly be done. In the meantime, we're trying to post in this trade room these, right now we're calling these mini magnets, but they are extremely powerful. And what you have to do, I mean, this is the way I think of this. These are price levels where the bus driver has had a lot of passengers right there. And what do we know about the bus driver? The bus driver will go back to the areas where he had the most passengers because that's where he does the most business. So if you will develop, I think Lori had the best idea that I've heard, and that is to start on Monday with a pale color, and then go to a darker color than that on Tuesday, and so on until on Friday you have the darkest of your 5 colors that you've put on there. And then over the weekend, take off the previous Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and even Thursday if you want, but save Friday, and then start over again on the following Monday. We're trying to call these out. They are areas where we need to have a notification to ourselves on here. And I am finding that in conjunction with, I'm addicted to the high and low of the day and yesterday, and the ice lines, and the deviation levels. I like that stuff. But this is really, really cool. And one of the things, remember I told you we were going to get X-ray vision at some point? At some point, we're going to be able to see more stuff on this than you could ever imagine. I'm just blown away by it. If anybody notices by putting these on their charts, if you notice anything that has become helpful to you, by all means let us know. Because what this room is for and what Apex is all about, there's no, guru other than Daryl for any of this stuff. We're all in here to help each other learn to be better traders. So it's basically a level playing field. Some are newer to trading than others. We've got very experienced traders in here to the extent of former floor traders on the exchange. So we've got those kind of people in here, and we've also got newbies that just started today or yesterday. The place to ask the questions is in this elite room because it benefits everybody. And whatever question you've asked, there are at least 15 people sitting in front of their computers saying to themselves, oh, thank goodness somebody asked that. That's what I've been wanting to know. So just ask away. If you don't get an answer right away, ask again. We're busy. I mean, everybody's busy. Everybody's looking at these charts and trying to figure this stuff out. One thing that I have discovered, and it took me to the bank today. I was in demo because I don't quite understand this yet. But this market analyzer, I love these little boxes. And right now, they're not all here on crude oil the same. But take a look at, if you have that up, bonds, gold, and NQ are green all the way across. And what I did this morning on gold was I was looking at my order flow thing here. I'd already looked at the chart. I knew it was trying to form an apex E, and I knew when it did, it would give me an audible in my earphone plus the trend catcher. When I got that, since I already knew I was looking for it, I was watching this order flow and I just took the trade. And then I looked over at the C's and thought, well, there's a great big sell zone above that. So I just moved my take profit up to the sell zone. Thought, well, you know what? If it goes up there, this is the way I'm going to find out. All of a sudden, the thing burst forward, and I got 43 ticks. This thing went exactly 2 ticks beyond that. Exactly. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. So if we can figure out a way to get all this coordinated, this is a game changer. I'm really excited about this thing. I'm just really, really, really excited. So, I don't see anything else that's of enormous note here, but today, boy, everything has moved. I would try to spend some time over the weekend and get your August trading month laid out. If you have been thinking, you know, I really need to watch some videos and I want to get a little sharper on this, that, and the next thing, August is the time to do that. Because come September, after Labor Day, you likely are going to be real busy trading. And there are so many new things coming that getting your head wrapped around all of this is, that's going to be a job in itself. So August is the time to devote to more education than maybe you had time to do in the past. Next week, there's not a heck of a lot of news. Monday, usually on Monday morning, there's not anything for the U.S., but there is next Monday at 9:45 is the final manufacturing PMI, and then at 10 is ISM manufacturing PMI. So be aware of those. And I think that's about it. If you have any questions, by all means, ask them in here, because we're all trying to get on the same page here and carry through. These magnets are very, very important if you want to make some money. If you don't, well then just ignore them. I guess it doesn't matter. But the rest of us are here for that purpose. So anyway, I hope you have a wonderful and safe weekend, and devote a little time to what template am I using on my oh, this is the Triple Crown one. The question is, what template am I using on this, on my market analyzer? I've got, let's see, templates. There are some in there. I've got some old ones that I need to get rid of, but this is the Triple Crown 12 diagnostic. And I think there are some other ones that are in the general release also.